Hey, how you doing? So, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be a Gemini reading, and I hope you guys are doing well. Don't forget to check out your star signs in your birth chart to make sure that the information on this channel resonates with you. Okay, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe as well. Let's get into this Gemini, shall we? Right, what's going on with Gemini, Spirit? What's going on with Gemini? What's going on with Gemini? I love you. Ooh. Somebody loves you, Gemini, or you love somebody, but somebody loves someone here. Someone's saying, I love you. Ooh, that's nice. Hmm. Wouldn't want to say it out loud, but I adore you. And I'm sleeping with you in my mind. At times I don't know how to speak about it, but I love you. Wow. Somebody's fantasizing about sleeping with you in their mind, but they do it because they love you. This person's thinking about you. They are in love with you. They love you. Um, it says there's no more individuals in my mind other than you. I stay away at night thinking about you. I warn myself not to speak, but I am looking forward to this. I love you. Mm. Oh, wow. They either stay away at night or stay awake at night. It says they realize they could say things to make you feel like you will have good news. Anytime now they want to visit you or call you or text you and look at you and say, I love you. This man says, I don't know how to speak, but I'm in love with you. Certainly wouldn't want to hear that I'm in love with you, but I'm in love with you. Many thanks to you. I want to see you and I want to hear from you. I'm certainly not going to show you who I am, but I'm in love with you. Wow, this person keeps hiding as well. They don't know how to come forward and say it. They're hiding who they are, but they're in love with you. And I'm also hearing something about a sibling. So I don't know what's going on there. If this has anything to do with a sibling, like not in a way that is ancest. I mean, it could be ancest, but not for everybody, obviously. But it could be in relation to someone that someone's either with somebody's sister or somebody's sibling and is in love with you, or for some of you guys it could be that your sibling may know of this person. Your sibling knows this person or is more closely connected to this person in some way, i.e. friends or colleagues, or just knows each other or knows the information, you know but yeah. So let's see what else is going on, Gemini. I want to marry you. I want to sleep with you. I want to see you. I want to sex you. I want to marry you. Ooh, wow. So someone wants to be with you, Geminis. Hmm. Sleep with you, sex you, marry you. Stably, it looks like something's changing here. I'm picking up there's a change coming in. And it doesn't say what's happening until the next week or two, but you will witness something in your mind about it when many people start flirting with you, contacting you, or even seeing that you're in love. Mind you, doesn't want to say anything but warns themselves to have karma with you. At times it won't be easy to see you or even mean what they say. This man says, I don't know how to practice good news with you. I wouldn't want to dare show you that I love you and then I can't stay with you. I wouldn't want to know that I'm absolutely in love with you and then I can't be with you. I would know that I can stay and be with you even when I know that I love you. And I rather not speak about it. I love you and I'm staying with you. So, two scenarios here. One of them is too coy and shy to come forward and knows that they could be a little bit non committal. Like, even though they like the idea of it, they like the idea of being with you, sharing a life with you, marrying you, all those great things, just knowing in themselves that they can't commit. And then for others of you, you're in a relationship where someone is like there with you already and they are, affirming their feelings about you to themselves or directly to you. that they love you and want to be with you or want to stay with you, or just expressing their love to you. Wow, Geminis, this is nice. It does say that you've got to be there in your mind about it directly. In fact, you've got to honor something you've given yourself and never thought that you would give it to you, is your mind. Like, tell yourself that you believe this, because you may have been in conflict in your mind about it, maybe not believing it, not believing this person loves you, not believing that you love this person even, or not believing that you can even challenge the situation in a way to stay with the person, or even challenge the situation in a way where you could fight for this, is what I'm hearing for some of you that are fighting for this because you love the person. And in another way, I'm picking up, there's also a scenario of, all right, I want to be able to do this. I want to be able to say this to myself, that I do love this person, and challenge the situation in a way that I can actually be there, instead of saying that I know that I wouldn't be able to, even though I love you, you know? And then for others of you, it could just be the fact that this person is confused in a way where they know that they do love you, but they can't stop being a player, okay? They find it hard to stop being a player, or they find it hard to challenge themselves to actually be in a relationship. And that's the complication, that it hasn't changed for them in that way. All right, so different scenarios for you all, but same message: I love you. All right, still defending that message, and it does say it is locked into the mind. It is there. This person loves you. All right. Very interesting. It doesn't say much more than this, but you are aware that you are one of those people that are in love with someone. And it doesn't say who is there for you, but you may love someone that doesn't love you, or you may feel like they love you, but they just don't show it. Could be a family member or a friend. This person may not show it, but they love you. Okay, and for some of you guys, there's a sibling that loves you, and it could be like a respectful love. It's not any kind of romantic situation. It's just, you're my sister, you're my brother, I love you. I may not show it all the time, but I do love you. You may not think it sometimes, but I do love you. Okay? There's that awareness too. All right. So let's see what else is going on. I called you in your mind about it, and that's why. So some of you guys may have told off someone about it. Maybe you feel like they're not treating you like as if they care about you, or they're not treating you like as if they really do love you as a family member or as a friend. You had to bring it up and tell this person about it. Okay? It says, I don't want you to be toxic, don't want you to be negative, and I don't want you to obsess over what I said. So some of you guys may feel different in relation to how you are thinking about it in your mind, but out of those scenarios, maybe you don't want the person's toxic behavior. Maybe you don't want this person to obsess over the information even. Or maybe you feel like you don't even want to hold on to that obsessive feeling yourself, because you know that you just don't want them to feel like you're going to be embarrassed from the situation. Like they're looking at you like, well, why should I make you feel like you're loved? When in reality, it's that they do love you, and you should honor those feelings that you have for wanting to feel like you deserve love. You should be honored in a way where the person is reciprocating love to you, giving you that love back, because they do, and someone doesn't want to compete with you. And there's an awareness of someone that doesn't want to help or be there for you, or even help you with things in your life. And maybe that's what's caused some animosity or jealousy as well for some of you guys that are dealing with a friend, family member, or a sister, maybe even a sibling or a cousin or a brother here. It says some of you are going down in a way that your family do not respect you, or feeling like you don't get the respect that you need. Ideally, you want to know that you are shown love, and you need some time alone to see if it's going to help you get the good news that you want from them, possibly even from a neighbor or a child or someone around you. Okay. I knocked on your door one day and I said to myself I would never come back and do it again. So you had someone knock on your door one day. You must have missed this, Gemini, and they're not coming back to do it again. Someone was knocking on your door. Okay. We do have Virgo here or Earth sign. We do have any air sign here. Okay, any air sign. Um, Possibly it could be anyone, because with this Wheel of Fortune card, I don't know what it is about it, but I'm picking up it could be anybody. All right, anyone, any star sign here, but we've definitely got Sagittarius, any energy here. Could be you as a Gemini person or a Scorpio here. It doesn't say whether or not you've seen them, but it says, I know I knocked you one day and you wasn't there. I leave it there. I may not come back to you. I leave it there. I'm also hearing Libra for some of you guys as well, or maybe this person wanted justice. It says, I see you as a family member. Could be a son as well. Picking up for some of you guys, it could be a son, okay, or a mind game of a man that wanted to come back and see you, but they never came to you in the way that you had wanted them to, so they hid and tried to come, or tried to hide their hand, or tried to knock when you were sleeping, or knock when you was there in your mind about things, but didn't hear it, or didn't hear the time that they knocked the door. Okay, all right, so let's see what else is going on. I'm hearing warning you, but almost like someone wants to warn you of something. Okay. It does say someone wants to warn you, Gemini, not to take a risk with them. At times they want you to, but sometimes they don't. Feelings are there for them to feel free, and not being free is not going to help the situation. Have you seen that I have heard you, or even spoken to you? At times I want to see, do you hear me? Do you like that I hear you? I can hear you moaning or making noises. Sometimes I do, but I don't want to speak about it. And it does say someone listens to you as you're moaning or groaning or making noise. Sometimes they don't even want to listen to you. At times they do listen to you, but sometimes they don't. And whether you like it or not, they're going to hear it again. It says, well, I don't want to hear that I'm going to have problems. I feel like she's doing something to make me feel like I'm convincing her mindset to be the homeowner that she wants to be. Is it that she keeps moaning at me and I keep telling her, stop picking on me? I like this though, because I want her to be a good woman to herself and stop moaning at me for things that she wants. Okay, so someone here keeps moaning at somebody. Someone is moaning at somebody, whether it's you moaning at them or them moaning at you, but someone's saying that you may moan. They hear you moaning. And it could be in regards to maybe purchasing a new property or a home, or it could have something to do with a property or home that you're in regards to a council flat, an estate agency, or karma with you and a building association. It says it's no one that you need to speak to, but it says cause for concern may give you time to listen to what it is completely. At this time, it's not going to be easy as struggles are there, and people may pick on you if you try too much to move forward and find out what it is. Leave it to rest for a while, it says. Time is of the essence to stop seeing that you will pick on them. Now they realize they're not picking on you, you're not picking on them. Now what? People keep picking on you to say something. And it says you don't want to hear that it's going to be over. So when they realize they can pick on you again, they're not going to hear you, but they're not going to listen to what you have to say. And even when they pick on you and pick on you and pick on you, they don't want to know that you're going to change your mind either, because you have to have laughing, evil information in your head to say you did it. But the warning signs are there for you to say, well, I'm not doing it right now. And it says no one's going to pick on your mindset for that. Let it be that you don't want to have good news. And only when you see that you don't want to have good news, you warn yourself of it. It says they know why. They keep picking on themselves to have bad news and want to know they can have good news through the bad news. Anytime now, they will pick on you and see that they don't get good news with you as they try to warn you that karma's coming, because they will evict you or maybe make sense for you to move on from a problem. And it doesn't say that they have to, but the mindset keeps playing them. It says you know that you're not in a good way to tell anyone to move on. And even if you do, you look bad. You have terrible ideas to say to someone that they have villain mentality in them. Maybe even the ideas that someone keeps telling you off. It says, I know that I could harm you, but I'd still see you as a frenemy. And maybe even a friend if you tell me this person has been picking on you. I warn myself that I'm not going to say anything, but she does always curse me. And when I curse her, I want to tell her off. I said, I see that I never always curse you. Is all that's going to come out in a judgment way of seeing things. It says this woman knows how to twist things, lie, and make up fun stories to tell herself. Even if someone tells her something once, she'll say it's going to be there all the time. And letters will be sent out to her to murder her head about why she needs to lie. This woman says she can't come to you and speak about anything. She's a borrowed time ticking bomb, and she knows it. She's got karma coming with her head at this time for probably putting a nasty visitor in the mindset of another woman. And it does say, why do you need to put things there? Ideally, because this woman harms me. And it does say, when you deal with this water sign woman, she's not always going to be easy to deal with, but the karma's coming to her in her head. And the reality is that she's never going to have good news. Warning signs are there for her to be miserable all of her life because of a nasty woman that can't protect her mind and targets her with a negative mental health problem and sees that she's always going to be targeted. Now, when it is that you change your mind about things in your brain, she's going to be laughed at. And then you want to laugh at her again and again. The truth is, it doesn't say that you always have to have good news with her. But Gemini, it says you need to stop picking on this woman because it's time. It says the time is of the essence to stop picking on her as you hold on to negative karma with her all the time. Mental health structures in your mind tell you to behave. Never mind why she sees you and stops picking on you in your mind today, or maybe even seeing you in your binary mind, which is your brain, where pineal glands are there to pick on. It says, no wonder I've been picking on you. I see that I keep picking on you, and I'm going to murder this woman someday. Even if I can't hear myself do it today, I've got to murder her. It says, I know this because I've been picking on her through true love, and maybe even lying to her that it's love because I'm picking on her for a warlock energy, mischief. I do know that. I keep using my mischief energy to pick on her. It is me that keeps picking on you, and I notice you see me. I want you to, but I want you to know that I'm never going to speak about it. But I've heard you, and I've told you to stop picking on me too. This woman says she's going through too much because of you and your warlock energy, and maybe even friends, family members, and people picking on her need to stop. It says it's going to go down in a way that I continue though, but you will never if I keep finding ways to tell you off. Maybe even figure out how to pick on you. I do witchcraft too if I have to. It says, you know you've been doing witchcraft on me. I realize I have to do it to you. Warning signs are there for me to do it now. Are you ready for me to come out and show you that I'm capable of it? Because I know that I could do it, and meanwhile, I will harm you. I'm not going to play with you and think about whatever comes to your mind to harm me. I know that I'm going to pick on you and laugh at you if you pass out and kill yourself. Because I never did it, and you fucking did it. Because you should have never told me that you were harming me. Now I have to harm you, and you caused the pain, as you probably shouldn't have turned around to harm me. Wow. Someone's definitely doing witchcraft. That's for certain. And harming someone either around you, Gemini, or someone that you know or could be using to harm someone else is talking about this to themselves and the person that's harming them. But if it's not you directly, it's someone around you. And this could be even happening to you with someone that's doing it to you. It says it's a warning sign for you to stop picking on this woman. She's absolutely in love with herself and wants to know that her love life is certainly going to gift her good news. When are you going to see that you don't need to speak about bad news to her or warn yourself that you've troubled her mind? Mentally speaking, it says Gemini energy is going to be there. Mischief is in Gemini energy. It says the Gemini energy is going to be there playing mischief. So even if it's not a Gemini directly, it's Gemini energy. The energy of mischief is in Gemini, apparently. All right. I.e., we have the Magician card that is related to Gemini. So it does make sense that someone is using witchcraft and the information is coming out in this reading, even if it's not you, Gemini, directly. It's just for those that are cross watchers or people that understand the meaning of your star sign and why it has to come out in this reading in relation to how they need to read their birth chart and see what's going on in their chart to understand things, okay, or even in their life path, okay. So let's see what else is going on. It says it's not going to be easy at times to look into things all over the place, but you have to understand how you study things is not going to be easy for everybody. But people may pick on this, and it doesn't say how, but only if you know, you know. And that's where it comes in. If you know, you know. You don't have to speak about it. I know that I know things, and if I know things, I'm going to speak about it in the way that I understand. You don't have to follow me. You don't have to like me. You don't have to care about me. And it says she knows that. So she's not going to follow you in your mind to tell you off. Like once upon a time when she saw that you wasn't going to tell her all this time that you needed her to speak to or like her. It says, I know that you may not like me. At times I may not like you, but I follow myself to say that I like this. I like inviting myself to the channel. I like inviting myself to you all to see if it's going to work out. And I like myself so much to the point where I know that I don't have to harm myself. I don't have to harm myself when people want me harmed. I've got to love myself so much to the point I do not even give a shit about who wants me dead or alive. I've got to hide my hand at times to wonder why God said me. This is the one that has to kill over one day if she's not careful. It says why? Because this woman says, I don't get it. I'm scared to love myself to the point I have to leave this planet. Now, why do you want me to die so much? It says God knows why. It doesn't know how you built up a long life of good news in your head, but it says you was never supposed to be here forever. Now, why would you want to stay here for a long time? It says, I know why. My mind tells me off. I should never kick off in my mind to harm you. Mister gave you a bad mood one day when he was there, living in your mind, telling you shouldn't have a good life. This man is your dad. He says he shouldn't have gave you a long life to live. And he never wanted to say it like that. He always gave himself calm and listening to himself, giving himself good news in his head to say she's not going to live that long in her head about things or be there for herself in a good way. He's obviously wrong. He's going to live his karma in his head one day and see that people should never pick on you. One day at a time, though, because karma's with your mum and your dad, and even if he says he sees you, he's not going to be there for you in your mind. Maybe because you've been only going through many things, even if you feel like it's not enough to save you. It says you have gone through trial and error at times, wondering if you'd survive. Maybe because some of you are going through illnesses. Even people around you may be going through things and you study that. Or maybe even see that you don't want to hear that they're going through and wonder why. Some of you are going through mental health structures or personal pains, or even inviting your mindsets to invade other people's privacy and look into what's going on with them. It does say you always look at these things a lot. How this one and that one is doing, and why does it not come to you in that way? Well done. You may have seen things right now to say, well, I know it's going to happen to them, but you can't invade their privacy. At times you do this a lot. It doesn't say that it's a good thing. You may not want to look into their life at times, but you see that you have to, or you feel like you have to. It warns you to stop doing it at times, Gemini, when you feel like you want to. Sometimes you realize it's not always a good thing to look at people and wonder why they're going through stress and strain or even problems. And sometimes you look at yourself like, I'm going under. I can't help it. I'm going under. Because you've warned yourself to stop seeing things in the perspective of theirs when they're going under and look at yourself. Now you realize you're under attack. It says some of you are going down but can't understand where it's going. You've got to look at yourself going down in the next week or two if you can't change from the mindset. It says some of you are going under, and it doesn't say it's good, but you have to warn yourself to feel like you can move on past it or try to fight it. And it's not going to be easy, but you'll move on from it soon. It says some of you guys are really, really going down as I tell myself I've got to pull myself out of a problem. And I realize I've been taking you down a long road with me. I want to call you and speak to you. I wouldn't want to hear that you're troubling me. Even my niece or my family members, any one of them, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, anyone. I wouldn't want to hear that you're doing that because you caused me enough pain in my life. I realize I need to stop this. Warning you to stop the witchcraft. Warning you to stop the bad news. Warning you to stop the spells. I feel like I'm going under at times too, and I can't understand what it is. This woman's been doing spells for years. Whether you like it or not, I've been telling her how to do it. And I told her, stop warring with me about it and just do the spells. It says, you know that you've been karmically giving pain to your family members for many years, and you can't understand why it's going down in the way it's going down. You've been harming them, making them suffocate or even hide who they are. They can't even see who they are at times when you're hiding who you are. Then you friggin' want to war with them at times when you feel like you haven't got good news, suffering their brains with absolutely nothing but sentimental energy of I love you, I care about you, and wonder where it's going. It says people are picking on you, Gemini, and you have to wonder why. Absolutely wonder. Is it you that are causing harm in your head with people, telling them off, telling them they're not good enough, or even giving them bad news through spell work, root work, or Gemini energy, which is mind games to play them with your own mind? Absolutely nothing could say that you're not. At times, Jesus sees you, and God sees you, and the world sees you, and your mind is telling you off. I see myself. It says some of you are going down. Absolutely not going to speak about death or wishing my family dead. It says a female says, I know that you keep doing this, and I feel like someone keeps attacking me day after day. It is constant now. And I know that I can't hear myself think at times, absolutely trying to drown my thoughts and harm me. This man says, I know, because I've been doing these spell works for years. And now's the time to amp up the enemies in you to see if it's going to work. I ask for riddles to come out of your head, or maybe even to play you more and more and more and more and more. I never wanted to do this more until I found out you was in a bad way. Then I realized I'm in a bad way for doing this spell on you. I've got karma with you for this, and maybe even rituals will never harm me, but I feel like it's harming me anyway. But I still do it. And I wonder why your only sister or mother or father is going to harm themselves. Family members are complaining that you keep putting spells on them. They keep wondering, why do you keep doing it? It says, Gemini, do you understand people are wondering why you keep putting spells on them? They are not happy. They are dealing with karma. Absolutely grieving over your bad mood is not going to be easy if you don't know how to stop the spells. Karma is coming to you in June or maybe even in July. Suddenly you realize I've already gone through it. Now it's not going to finish until you stop the spells. Give yourself more time to riddle out karma. If you don't get it again this year, it's because this year has been answered by the prayers of God to stop the spells. But if you don't stop the spells, karma is coming to you again. Bad moods coming to you, and it warns you not to speak about detrimental problems with people's pitney and ideally people's children, as some of you may talk in folklore or speak in a native language that's never yours, or maybe some of you that have a language that is yours. And it says a lot of you that are dealing with crisis in your head have panic attacks to deal with in the mindset of a woman that doesn't like you, a female energy, a family member, a sibling, or a brother. But it says you all need to stop picking on a family member's child. You keep picking on her and it's harming her, and it really, really does affect her. So stop picking on her, or else all of you are going to get good news in your brain one day that she passed on. And it does say that's what you wanted. You wanted to harm this child with bad news. You are going to laugh at yourself one day when she comes back and kills you all. It says, you know what this woman says? She ain't going to stop until she gets all of you into your own graves. So keep punishing her and she's coming for you. And it doesn't say anything more than that. Demon spirits is something you use to come and get her, while she's coming for you with the same demon energy to fuck you up. It says she doesn't know what's going on more than what she does in her own life, speaking about things in her own way and seeing that she doesn't know how to panic. She doesn't know how to, because she doesn't even want to. It says it does say that people keep panicking around her, but not with her, as she knows that she's not allowed to panic. She's not allowed to give out good news to herself that she's got bad news. She's got to give herself good news that she wants good news and only good news, whether she likes it or not. It says she knows she's got good news, but she wonders, why does she have to feel such death or war with her to get this good news, as she doesn't know how to be herself. And it doesn't say why I want her to be herself either. I told her to stop being herself and be me. I know that I don't want to be you. I didn't ask to be you. I'm not going to be dead, and I'm not going to be your friend. I don't want to know that you're there in my head picking on me to get something that you said you wanted for me. I laugh at you because if you harm me, I'm going to harm you. And I'm coming to get you. Any time that you want to kick me, I'm going to kick you. So stop picking on my mind and picking on my family and picking on me. I'm tired of it. And it does say that this niece is the person that you keep picking on, or using a family member or a problem with a priest or high priestess or some type of guru to pick on this woman and this woman's child. She knows that you're picking on her and she absolutely doesn't like it. So stop doing it. And it does say all of you Geminis are not going to be under this spell or even under this problem. But many thanks to you, you've got good news to wonder if it's you or wonder if it's not you, because some of you are not doing this. And then there's some of you that are. But warning signs are there for you all to see that blessings can come to you if you change your mind about something you are doing to harm another person or another person's family member. Because some of you are harming them. Even if it's not spell work, it could be something else that you're doing. It says you've got to look at your mind and see what it is. And maybe even listen to them as they speak and say what it is. It says time is of the essence to change something. Mind you, you want to curse and completely swear at people right now, or maybe even tell them off, or maybe even tell them to fuck off. It's not going to be me that's telling you how to live your life, or maybe even trying to challenge them with their mental health and telling them it's not going to be them that tells you what to do, or even lies to you that it's you, because you may not believe it's you, or you may not want to confront the truth that it's you. Some of you guys are going to believe that it's not going to be easy to speak about it, and at this time you may not want to speak about a son or a mind game of his, as he comes to you and plays mind games again with his enemy energy. He says he's trying to warn you, I am not going to pick on you, but I realize I've got to do spells too. My mum has been picking on me for years, and I understand this. I realized this when I laughed at her one day and told her she's doing these things and call it what I want to call it. I don't want to hear you. I know what she does, and I've been telling my mum for fucking years, stop doing these things. It's making me mad, and it does make him mad. I laugh at him. I laugh at him. I laugh at him. One day I will laugh at him again, and I probably will never speak about it any more than this. You laugh at me, I laugh at you. Wonderful things can happen when people pick on people. No wonder these spells and riddles harm people. Laugh if you're always going to be under attack, and many times over under attack in a way that it's going to help you or even hide from you. But it does say it's going to be there for you to see or feel. And then it comes out sometimes. And then I said, well, I see that you're attacked. You keep getting attacked. Warning, it is not going to be me that says it's not going to come out. But I heard it tell me it's attacking you. I told myself I've got to give you this. Wonderful things are happening, I said. And I believe it. It says, you know what? You are absolutely wonderful in your mind about it. Reality speaks itself. It says, God knows that you are not going to be in a good way in a year or two. Karma's coming. It says, many thanks to you. I said, I see this woman is under attack. Many thanks to you. And I laugh at you. All this time, this man that's been doing witchcraft for you or trying to do problem solving for you is going to be under attack by the warning signs of an ancestor. Maybe even a friend that sees them too, as the friend knows what's going on. But it says, this woman says, I know I've seen something come out. And I feel like it is you. Are you there? It says, I want to know, are you there? Because I've seen you there with this man. And I want to know, do you do witchcraft with them? It says, G.I. Joe. Warning, you know who you are. Gemini, you do know who this man is. This man has never come to you and said anything wrong. He knows how to protect you and wants to say hi one day when you are around. He likes you and he wants to protect your friends, your family members, or even people picking on you. It says, you know that you keep picking on friends, family members too. And he knows that you've been picking on them. But he knows that you shouldn't use him anymore because he's dangerous. And you've been using his energy through the mindset of another man to use another man's energy to pick on this woman. This man says he knows he's harming your family member, a kid, or even a female child, or someone that's younger than you. He's been using his karma to pick on her for many years now, but he's also gave every mindset to her of bad moods to help him pick on her some more. He's harmed her, he's made fun of her, he's liked her at times, but he never likes her always, and he picks on her right now as we speak. He says he's coming to her today to help her with bad news in her head. He knows that he has to stop. He's picking on you and he's picking on them. Absolutely them. The warning signs are there with you and friends, people in your family, and many of them that don't understand what's going on. Mostly even the family member that does, because she's the one that feels it more. But even when she does, she doesn't like it, and she's telling herself to call you and tell you off. She wants to call you and tell you off to the point where she doesn't want to speak to you, but she realizes you will not listen to her, or you may listen to her. It's just that she's tired of you even thinking you've got better news in your head to help yourself with problems, like target her with the problem. And it doesn't say more than this. That's why she said, even if I have to go to Africa or find a way to harm you, I'm going to find a way to harm you. But you keep targeting me and I'm tired of it. Even if you need to look elsewhere to target someone else, I wouldn't worry, but you keep using your spells to target me. And I'm laughing at you right now because your kids in your mind are never there. Absolutely never there. And it does say why. You keep practicing voodoo on them and harming them, and they've been taken away, or you even see yourself in a bad way and can't cope with them. You know what's going on. And it does say you've been doing this for years and you understand what's going on. As you try to lie or hide your hand or even worry that people are going to listen to the wrong information at times, when you know that you're in scrutiny or in attack in your mind, when you've lied at your mind to them, or lied to yourself, or lied to them. You keep lying and telling them one thing and then giving them information about the other thing in a way that you look good and then the child looks bad, or even a person looks bad around you and then you look good. Sometimes you need to look at yourself and be honest. You've been harming them for years, spelling out their name and doing voodoo. Mental health problems have come to you, or even seeing you in your head about it. You need to go away, maybe even a jail cell yourself, or maybe even see that you're under attack by spirits and ghosts and demons. It says some of you guys are going down, as a problem is going to come out into the open one day as you see a friend or a family member tell you off. This man says he knows what's going to happen and he feels like it's going to happen soon. It says it's not going to happen through your family member, but a man that knows you well. Could be a child's father or a laughing stock husband. This man says he knows people that will cast a spell on you and maybe even tell you off for things that he feels you're doing to him, or even doing to them, or doing to other people around you. He says, I know I'm not going to kick off, but I will kick off in a way that they will harm you. And they will tell you that you're laughed at. They will pick on you. So when you see that you're laughed at, you better run. It says this man says he's not going to come to you anytime soon, but he realized he's got to tell you off in a way that you try to understand him and then you couldn't. And then he's going to pick on your mind again and laugh at you. He knows that he has to stop picking on you, but he keeps doing it. And then he wonders why he's in your love life, your family. And many thanks to you, you keep bringing him into mindsets of yours and playing him and playing his mind and then playing you and then playing family. It says he knows that he's picking on you, your niece, your family members, your uncles, your aunts, anyone there, your son, your mind, everything in your life he keeps picking on. Mainly a family child. And it does say a grandparent does know why she should have never harmed this child, because this child was harmed by the grandparent. As this man speaks, he keeps going on and on about people's lives, talking about them and speaking about their love life and their sex lives and all kind of things in their lives. He says he's not going to stop picking on them, but he warns you to stop picking on him. And even if you start picking on your mind about it, telling yourself, well, maybe I should stop, he does not stop picking on you and your family. He realizes he keeps laughing at you, making fun of you, and trying to tell you that he's going to harm you. This man says he's coming today to tell you off again, and he's ready to do so. He's going to harm you tonight and speak to you about it in bed. He knows that he's in love with you, but sex is not enough. He says, I'm in love with your mind. I can tell it off and I can pick on it whenever I like, and you'll be harmed by me. He says he doesn't want to love you in the way that you need to be loved. At times he warned you not to speak about it, because he's going to tell you off every day until you understand you're not in love with me. I'm in love with you, but I'm in love with the way you are when you're upset and you're mad. When you're sitting down and you're looking at yourself like, I'm upset and I'm mad. He says he loves that about you, that you could be upset and mad and turn around and harm him with words and it still wouldn't work, that you love him in the way that you want to love him, because he loves you for your madness, your evil in your mind, being told off and then telling him off. He loves that, and he's going to harm himself doing this all the days of his life, till death do him part. But then you have to warn yourself, do you see this? He loves you like this, but he can't understand why you would love it. So he's warning you not to speak, but he's going to stay there and wonder if you love it again. And meanwhile, he's going to move on and study you and keep coming back into your mind, playing you with your mind. He knows that he has to keep doing this again and 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 start studying you again and again. So we could go on and on about this situation, but this reading is coming to an end. I will speak to you in the next one. Okay, so ciao for now. Look out for more information. If you need more support, come for a private reading. I will speak to you soon. Goodbye. Have a good day. Bye.